Welcome to the Knowledge Hub. Today, you're about to experience something truly special. A 1-hour journey across the globe packed with 100 incredible facts about our world. From the deepest oceans to the highest mountains, from the strangest traditions to the most mind-blowing scientific wonders, you'll discover just how fascinating and surprising our planet really is. Fact 1. Mount Everest grows taller every year. Mount Everest, the highest point on Earth, grows about 4 millimeters each year due to the tectonic collision between the Indian and Eurasian plates. This upward push gradually raises the height of Everest, which stands at 8,848.86 meters, 29,031.7 feet. As geological activity continues, the mountain's size changes. Interestingly, seismic events like earthquakes in the region can cause temporary changes in its height, reminding us of Earth's constant transformation. Fact 2. The Sahara Desert is expanding. The Sahara Desert, covering 9.2 million square kilometers, is expanding southward at a rate of about 30 miles per year. This growth is driven by a combination of natural climate fluctuations and human activities such as overgrazing, deforestation, and unsustainable farming practices. As the desert grows, it encroaches upon the Sahel region, a transitional zone between the desert and the savanna, threatening livelihoods, food security, and biodiversity. Fact 3. The Amazon rainforest produces 20% of the world's oxygen. Often called the lungs of the Earth, the Amazon rainforest generates roughly 20% of the world's oxygen. Spanning over 5.5 million square kilometers across 9 countries, it plays a crucial role in absorbing carbon dioxide, regulating global climate, and supporting an enormous diversity of wildlife. However, deforestation for agriculture and illegal logging is threatening this vital ecosystem, with over 17% of the rainforest already lost in the past 50 years. Fact 4. There are over 7,000 languages spoken globally. More than 7,000 languages are spoken worldwide today, highlighting the rich cultural diversity of our planet. Papua New Guinea, with over 800 languages, is the most linguistically diverse country. Sadly, nearly 40% of the world's languages are endangered, with many having fewer than 1,000 speakers. As globalization spreads, the risk of language extinction grows, making efforts to preserve these languages vital for maintaining cultural heritage. Fact 5. Australia has more kangaroos than people. Australia is home to around 50 million kangaroos, compared to its human population of 26 million. These marsupials thrive in Australia's vast grasslands, outnumbering humans nearly 2-to-1. However, in certain regions, overpopulation of kangaroos can lead to ecological imbalance and conflicts with farming, prompting the government to implement population management strategies to ensure the health of both the environment and agricultural areas. Fact 6. The Amazon River releases more water than the next 7 largest rivers combined. The Amazon River, flowing through South America, is not only one of the longest rivers, but also the mightiest in terms of water flow. It discharges approximately 209,000 cubic meters, 7.4 million cubic feet, of water every second. This volume is greater than the combined outflow of the next 7 largest rivers in the world, providing an essential water source for countless ecosystems and communities across the region. Fact 7. There's a hidden ocean beneath Earth's surface. Scientists have discovered a vast reservoir of water located hundreds of miles beneath the Earth's crust, trapped within a mineral called ringwoodite. This hidden ocean holds up to 3 times the amount of water in all of Earth's surface oceans combined. Although this water is not accessible, the discovery reshapes our understanding of Earth's water cycle and geology, revealing a deep connection between our planet's inner and outer environments. Fact 8. Antarctica is the largest desert in the world. Despite being covered in ice, Antarctica is classified as the largest desert on Earth, covering about 14 million square kilometers. Deserts are defined by their lack of precipitation, and Antarctica receives less than 2 inches of moisture per year, primarily in the form of snow. Its harsh, freezing environment supports limited life forms, but its unique ecosystem includes species like penguins and seals, which have adapted to survive in these extreme conditions. Fact 9. Canada has more lakes than any other country. Canada is home to over half of the world's natural lakes, with more than 3 million scattered across its landscape. These lakes, which include some of the largest and deepest on the planet, play a crucial role in Canada's ecosystem, providing water for agriculture, supporting wildlife, and offering recreational opportunities. The Great Lakes, shared with the United States, hold about 21% of the world's surface freshwater. Fact 10. Antarctica holds about 70% of the world's fresh water. Although Antarctica is known for its icy terrain, it holds about 70% of the world's fresh water in its glaciers. If all of this ice melted, it could raise global sea levels by nearly 60 meters, 200 feet, reshaping coastlines and impacting populations worldwide. This vast reserve makes Antarctica essential for global water resources and climate regulation, highlighting its importance far beyond its remote frozen landscape. Act 11. Earth's atmosphere extends beyond the Moon. Earth's atmosphere is far larger than most people realize. The outermost layer, known as the exosphere, extends nearly 600,000 kilometers, 373,000 miles, into space, reaching beyond the orbit of the Moon. Although the exosphere contains very few particles, it plays a crucial role in protecting the Earth from cosmic radiation and solar winds, serving as a boundary between our planet and the vacuum of space. Fact 12. The Dead Sea is shrinking at an alarming rate. The Dead Sea, located between Jordan and Israel, is the lowest point on Earth at 430 meters, 1,411 feet, below sea level. Due to water diversion from the Jordan River and increased evaporation rates, the Dead Sea is shrinking by more than 1 meter per year. This dramatic reduction threatens not only the natural landscape, but also the local economy, which relies on tourism and the extraction of minerals from the sea's salty waters. Fact 13. Japan has the world's oldest population. Japan has the highest percentage of elderly citizens, with over 29% of its population aged 65 or older. This aging population is the result of a combination of high life expectancy and low birth rates. While this trend reflects the success of Japan's healthcare system, it also poses economic challenges, such as a shrinking workforce and increased pressure on social services, leading to innovations in robotics and caregiving. Fact 14. Iceland has no mosquitoes. Despite its vast wetlands and cold climate, Iceland is free of mosquitoes. This absence is due to the island's lack of shallow, warm, stagnant water, which mosquitoes need to breed. While other northern countries with similar climates deal with large mosquito populations, Iceland's unique geography and climate patterns prevent these insects from establishing themselves, making it a mosquito-free haven for both locals and tourists. Fact 15. Earthquakes can shorten the length of days. Major earthquakes, such as the 2011 earthquake in Japan, can cause tiny shifts in Earth's axis, leading to a slight reduction in the length of days. The redistribution of the planet's mass during an earthquake alters its rotation, with the 2011 event shortening Earth's day by about 1.8 microseconds. While this change is imperceptible to humans, it highlights the powerful impact that natural events can have on the planet's physical structure. Fact 16. The world's smallest country is smaller than Central Park. Vatican City, the smallest country in the world, is just 0.2 square miles, about 109 acres, making it smaller than New York's Central Park. Located entirely within the city of Rome, it is home to the Pope and serves as the spiritual and administrative center of the Roman Catholic Church. Despite its size, Vatican City has its own postal system, media outlets, and even a small military force, the Swiss Guard. Fact 17. Russia spans 11 time zones. Russia is the largest country in the world by area, covering more than 17 million square kilometers and spanning 11 time zones. This immense geographic range means that when one part of Russia is waking up, another part may already be in the middle of its day. Managing such a vast expanse presents unique challenges for governance, communication, and transportation across the country. Fact 18. The Eiffel Tower grows taller in summer. The Eiffel Tower in Paris can grow by up to 15 centimeters, 6 inches during the summer due to thermal expansion. When the iron structure heats up in the sun, the metal expands, temporarily increasing the tower's height. In the winter, the reverse happens, and the tower contracts slightly. This phenomenon illustrates how temperature changes affect large structures and materials, even at the scale of the Eiffel Tower. Fact 19. The Amazon River once flowed in the opposite direction. Scientists have discovered that about 10 million years ago, the Amazon River flowed westward, opposite to its current direction. Geological shifts, including the rise of the Andes Mountains, reversed the river's flow, causing it to drain into the Atlantic Ocean rather than the Pacific. The Amazon, now the largest river by volume, plays a critical role in shaping South America's climate and ecosystems. Fact 20. China's Great Wall is made of rice. Portions of the Great Wall of China, especially those built during the Ming Dynasty, 1368 to 1644, were constructed using a mortar made from sticky rice mixed with calcium carbonate. This ancient building material, called sticky rice mortar, made the wall more resistant to earthquakes and erosion. The innovative use of rice in construction showcases how ancient Chinese builders combined practicality with engineering prowess. Fact 21. Finland has 188,000 lakes. Finland, known as the Land of 1,000 Lakes, actually boasts over 188,000 lakes, more than any other country in Europe. These pristine lakes cover about 10% of Finland's total area and play a vital role in the country's ecosystem, supporting a wide variety of wildlife. Finland's lakes also offer abundant recreational opportunities, attracting tourists for activities such as fishing, swimming, and boating. Fact 22. Lightning strikes. Earth 8 million times a day. Every day, approximately 8 million lightning strikes hit the Earth, amounting to more than 100 strikes per second. Most of these strikes occur over land, where thunderstorms are more frequent, particularly in regions near the equator. Lightning plays a key role in balancing Earth's electrical charge and is also responsible for producing nitrogen compounds that nourish the soil. Fact 23. The Pacific Ocean is larger than all land masses combined. The Pacific Ocean, the largest ocean on Earth, covers about 63 million square miles, more area than all of the world's land masses combined. It spans from the Arctic Ocean in the north to the Southern Ocean in the south, and touches 5 continents. The vast size of the Pacific makes it critical to the world's climate, influencing weather patterns like El Niño and La Niña. Fact 24. Greenland is the world's largest island. Greenland, the world's largest island, covers over 2.1 million square kilometers. Despite its name, about 80% of Greenland is covered by ice. The island's immense ice sheet holds enough frozen water to raise global sea levels by 7 meters if it were to melt entirely. With a population of just over 56,000 people, Greenland remains one of the least densely populated areas on the planet. Fact 25. The Maldives could disappear by 2100. The Maldives, a tropical paradise in the Indian Ocean, is the world's lowest-lying country, with an average elevation of just 1.5 meters above sea level. Rising sea levels due to climate change pose a serious threat to the Maldives, which could be partially or completely submerged by the end of the century. The country's government has actively sought global action on climate change to prevent this catastrophe. Fact 26. Mount Everest isn't the tallest mountain on Earth. While Mount Everest is the highest mountain above sea level at 8,848.86 meters, 29,031.7 feet, Mauna Kea in Hawaii holds the title of the tallest mountain when measured from base to summit. Rising over 10,200 meters, 33,500 feet, from its underwater base to its peak, Mauna Kea is technically taller, even though much of it is submerged beneath the Pacific Ocean. Fact 27. Africa is the hottest continent. Africa holds the title for the hottest continent, with deserts like the Sahara regularly experiencing temperatures over 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Africa's diverse climate also includes tropical rainforests and savannas, but it is best known for its scorching heat. These extreme temperatures, combined with growing populations and climate change, are leading to concerns about water scarcity and food security across the continent. Fact 28. The Earth's core is as hot as the Sun's surface. The temperature at Earth's core is estimated to be about 5,500 degrees Celsius, 9,932 degrees Fahrenheit, similar to the surface temperature of the Sun. The core is primarily composed of iron and nickel, and the heat generated by radioactive decay and leftover energy from Earth's formation fuels the dynamic processes like volcanic activity and plate tectonics that shape our planet. Fact 29. More people live in Tokyo than in Canada. Tokyo, the capital of Japan, has a population of over 37 million people, making it the most populous metropolitan area in the world. This number is greater than the entire population of Canada, which stands at around 38 million. Tokyo's density and size reflect the unique challenges and opportunities of urban life in the 21st century, with innovative infrastructure and transport systems managing its vast population. Fact 30. South America has the world's highest waterfall. Angel Falls, located in Venezuela, is the world's highest waterfall, dropping from a height of 979 meters, 3,212 feet. Named after Jimmy Angel, a U.S. pilot who discovered it in 1933, the waterfall is a stunning natural wonder. The water cascades from the top of Ollantaytambo Tepui, a tabletop mountain, before disappearing into the lush forest below. Fact 31. The Middle East contains the world's largest oil reserves. The Middle East is home to the largest oil reserves in the world, with Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and the United Arab Emirates holding significant shares of the global supply. These reserves have transformed the region's economies and geopolitical landscape, making the Middle East a key player in global energy markets. The abundance of oil has also led to rapid urbanization and the development of modern cities. Fact 32. The coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was in Antarctica. The coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was -128.6 degrees Fahrenheit, -89.2 degrees Celsius, at Vostok Station in Antarctica, on July 21, 1983. Antarctica's extreme conditions make it the coldest, driest, and windiest continent, and it is essential for studying climate change and Earth's history through ice core samples. Despite the harsh environment, research stations continue to operate year-round, gathering critical data on global climate trends. Fact 33. Lake Baikal is the deepest lake in the world. Located in Siberia, Lake Baikal is the world's deepest and oldest freshwater lake, plunging to a depth of 1,642 meters, 5,387 feet. It holds around 20% of the world's unfrozen freshwater and is home to thousands of species, many of which are unique to the lake, such as the Baikal seal. Formed over 25 million years ago, it's also one of the clearest lakes in the world, offering stunning views of its icy blue waters. Fact 34. Africa's Sahara Desert used to be green. The Sahara Desert, now one of the driest places on Earth, was once a lush and green region with lakes, rivers, and abundant vegetation. Known as the Green Sahara, this period lasted from around 11,000 to 5,000 years ago. Evidence from cave paintings and ancient lakebeds indicates that early humans thrived in the Sahara, hunting and fishing before climate shifts transformed it into the vast desert we know today. Fact 35. The longest mountain range is underwater. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge is the world's longest mountain range, stretching for about 40,000 kilometers, 25,000 miles, along the ocean floor. It runs through the Atlantic Ocean and is largely underwater, with only a few sections, such as Iceland, peaking above the surface. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge marks the boundary between tectonic plates, where volcanic activity and seafloor spreading create new crust, shaping the landscape of the ocean floor. Fact 36. The Nile is the world's longest river. Flowing through 11 countries in northeastern Africa, the Nile River is the longest river in the world, stretching approximately 6,650 kilometers, 4,130 miles. The Nile has been the lifeblood of civilizations for thousands of years, particularly in Egypt, where it provided water, food, transportation, and fertile land for agriculture. The river's ancient significance is still evident today, as millions of people continue to depend on it for their livelihoods. Fact 37. The Dead Sea is so salty you can float. The Dead Sea, located between Jordan and Israel, has a salt concentration of over 30%, making it one of the saltiest bodies of water on Earth. This high salt content increases the water's density, allowing people to float effortlessly on its surface. The Dead Sea's mineral-rich mud is also famous for its therapeutic properties, attracting visitors seeking health and wellness treatments. Fact 38. Europe is home to the smallest mammal. The Etruscan shrew, native to parts of Europe, Africa, and Asia, holds the title of the world's smallest mammal by mass. Weighing only about 1.8 grams, it is smaller than a teaspoon and measures just 4 centimeters, 1.6 inches, long. Despite its tiny size, the Etruscan shrew has an incredibly fast metabolism and must eat almost twice its body weight in food each day to survive. Fact 39. The Galapagos Islands inspired the theory of evolution. The Galapagos Islands, located off the coast of Ecuador, are famous for their unique wildlife, which played a crucial role in Charles Darwin's development of the theory of natural selection. The islands are home to species such as giant tortoises and marine iguanas, which have evolved in isolation over millions of years. Darwin's observations of these creatures during his visit in 1835 led him to propose the groundbreaking theory of evolution by natural selection. Fact 40. India is the world's largest democracy. India, with a population of over 1.4 billion people, is the world's largest democracy. Its parliamentary system allows citizens to elect representatives at the national, state, and local levels. Since gaining independence from British rule in 1947, India has held regular elections, making it one of the most populous and enduring democracies. Despite its size and diversity, the Indian political system continues to function as a model of democratic governance. Fact 41. The world's oldest tree is over 5,000 years old. The oldest known tree, a Great Basin bristlecone pine named Methuselah, is located in California's White Mountains and is over 4,800 years old. Recently, another tree in the same area was found to be even older, at over 5,000 years. These ancient trees have survived millennia of harsh conditions, standing as living witnesses to human history and natural changes on Earth. Fact 42. There's a pink lake in Australia. Lake Hillier in Western Australia is famous for its striking pink hue, which looks almost artificial. The color comes from a type of salt-loving algae called Dunaliella salina, which produces beta-carotene, the pigment responsible for its unique shade. Interestingly, the pink water retains its color even when bottled. While safe for swimming, Lake Hillier is protected for conservation purposes, and access is limited. This natural wonder continues to intrigue scientists, inspiring research into extremophiles, organisms thriving in conditions that would typically be inhospitable. Fact 43. The world's deepest cave is over 2,200 meters deep. The Veryovkina Cave, located in the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, is the deepest cave in the world, with a depth of 2,212 meters, 7,257 feet. Explorers have only recently mapped its full extent, revealing an underground world of waterfalls, narrow passageways, and towering caverns. Veryovkina's depth and extreme conditions make it one of the most challenging environments for cave exploration. Fact 44. Africa has the most countries of any continent. Africa is the continent with the most countries, 54 in total. This diversity of nations reflects the rich tapestry of cultures, languages, and histories that make up Africa. The continent is home to over 2,000 languages and numerous ethnic groups, each with its own unique traditions. Africa's geopolitical landscape has been shaped by colonization, independence movements, and the ongoing pursuit of unity and development. Fact 45. The world's largest coral reef is dying. The Great Barrier Reef, located off the coast of Australia, is the largest coral reef system in the world, stretching over 2,300 kilometers, 1,430 miles. Unfortunately, rising ocean temperatures and pollution have led to widespread coral bleaching, threatening the reef's biodiversity. If current trends continue, the reef could lose much of its vibrant marine life, underscoring the urgent need for global efforts to combat climate change. Fact 46. The Andes are the longest mountain range on land. Stretching over 7,000 kilometers, 4,300 miles, the Andes Mountains run along the western edge of South America from Venezuela to Chile. The Andes are home to some of the highest peaks outside the Himalayas, including Mount Aconcagua, which rises to 6,962 meters, 22,841 feet. This vast range is also rich in history, having been home to ancient civilizations such as the Incas. Fact 47. The Amazon basin is home to 10% of all known species. The Amazon rainforest is one of the most biologically diverse regions on Earth, home to 10% of the world's known species. This includes thousands of species of plants, animals, and insects, many of which are found nowhere else. The Amazon's biodiversity is essential for maintaining global ecological balance, but deforestation poses a major threat to its ecosystems. Fact 48. Greenland has the world's largest national park. Northeast Greenland National Park is the largest national park in the world, covering an area of 972,000 square kilometers, 375,000 square miles. This park is nearly 3 times the size of Germany and is mostly uninhabited, with its remote wilderness providing a haven for Arctic wildlife such as polar bears, musk oxen, and Arctic foxes. The park's icy landscape includes glaciers, fjords, and towering icebergs. Fact 49. The Sahara contains over 500 species of plants. Despite its harsh, arid conditions, the Sahara Desert is home to over 500 species of plants, many of which have adapted to survive with minimal water. These include acacias, date palms, and desert grasses, which provide sustenance for the animals and nomadic peoples who inhabit the region. The plants of the Sahara have evolved remarkable strategies for conserving moisture, including deep roots and thick leaves. Fact 50. The Earth's atmosphere has 5 layers. Earth's atmosphere is made up of 5 distinct layers: the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. Each layer has its own unique characteristics and plays a critical role in protecting life on Earth. The troposphere, where weather occurs, is closest to the surface, while the exosphere gradually transitions into outer space. These layers shield the planet from harmful solar radiation and support the conditions necessary for life. Fact 51. There's a place in Africa where 2 seasons happen at once. Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania is one of the few places on Earth where you can experience two completely different climates at the same time. At its base, the weather is warm and tropical, with dense forests and wildlife. But climb a few thousand meters, and you'll find snow, ice, and freezing temperatures. This incredible natural phenomenon is due to the mountain's towering height of nearly 6,000 meters, about 19,341 feet, making it possible to travel from summer to winter in a single day. Fact 52. The Philippines has a floating cemetery. In the Camiguin province of the Philippines, there's an actual cemetery where the gravestones are submerged in the sea, and a large cross marks the site. The cemetery sank into the ocean during a volcanic eruption in 1871, and today it's both a sacred site and a tourist attraction. You can even take a boat to visit it. It's a haunting yet peaceful reminder of how nature can reclaim even the most sacred of places. Fact 53. The world's largest salt flat looks like a giant mirror. Bolivia's Salar de Uyuni is the largest salt flat on Earth, spanning over 10,000 square kilometers. During the rainy season, a thin layer of water collects on its surface, turning it into a gigantic natural mirror that reflects the sky so perfectly, it's hard to tell where the ground ends and the heavens begin. It's so surreal that it's often used in movies and commercials to create dreamlike scenes. Fact 54. There's a river in Colombia that looks like liquid rainbow. Caño Cristales, often called the River of Five Colors, is found in Colombia's remote Serranía de la Macarena National Park. For much of the year, it looks like any other river. But from June to November, a rare aquatic plant called Macarenia clavigera blooms, turning the river into a vibrant flow of red, yellow, green, blue, and black. The phenomenon is so visually stunning that it's often referred to as the most beautiful river in the world, and it can only be witnessed during this short seasonal window. Fact 55. A forest in Poland has 400 crooked trees, and no one knows why. Near the town of Gryfino in Poland lies a mysterious grove called the Crooked Forest, where about 400 pine trees all bend sharply at the base before growing upright. These unusual trees were planted in the 1930s, and many theories have been suggested, from human intervention using tools to unexplained gravitational forces. But no one knows for certain why they grew this way. It's an eerie, magical place that continues to puzzle scientists and visitors alike. Fact 56. Ethiopia follows a different calendar, and it's 7 years behind. In Ethiopia, the official calendar is based on the ancient Coptic system, which means their current year is 7 to 8 years behind the Gregorian calendar used by most of the world. For example, when it's 2025 in many countries, it's only 2017 in Ethiopia. Their calendar also has 13 months, 12 months of 30 days, and a final month with just 5 or 6 days. This timekeeping difference is so striking that Ethiopia famously advertised itself to tourists as the country 13 months of sunshine. Fact 57. A town in Norway gets no sunlight for months, so they installed giant mirrors. Ryukyu, a small town tucked in a deep valley in Norway, doesn't receive direct sunlight for nearly half the year because it's surrounded by tall mountains. In 2013, the town installed massive heliostat mirrors on a nearby mountain to reflect sunlight down into the town square. These mirrors follow the sun and brighten the area even during the darkest winter months, offering residents a warm, well-lit gathering spot in a place where darkness once ruled. Fact 58. There's a lake in Tanzania that turns animals into stone. Lake Natron in northern Tanzania is a highly alkaline body of water with a pH as high as 10.5, similar to ammonia. Due to its unique chemical composition and high temperatures, it preserves the bodies of animals that fall into it, calcifying them and giving them a petrified, stone-like appearance. While it doesn't literally turn animals to stone, the effect is hauntingly beautiful and surreal, capturing the eerie stillness of death in one of nature's most dramatic forms. Fact 59. There's a village in the Netherlands with no roads, only canals. Welcome to Giethoorn, a picturesque village often called the Venice of the Netherlands. Here, instead of roads and cars, residents and visitors get around using small boats on quiet, tree-lined canals. The entire town is designed around waterways, and traditional houses sit on little islands connected by over 170 wooden bridges. With no noise from traffic and only the gentle sound of water, Giethoorn feels like a storybook come to life. Fact 60. A cave in Mexico has crystals taller than a house. Deep beneath the Chihuahuan Desert lies Nacamine's Cave of Crystals, home to some of the largest natural crystals ever discovered. These massive selenite crystals can reach over 36 feet, 11 meters in length, and weigh more than 50 tons. The cave is extremely hot and humid, with temperatures around 136 degrees Fahrenheit, 58 degrees Celsius, making it nearly impossible for humans to explore without protective gear. It's a surreal underground cathedral of crystal that few have ever seen in person. Fact 61. Japan has cat islands where felines outnumber humans. Japan is famous for its love of cats, and nowhere is that more evident than on Aoshima Island, one of several cat islands in the country. Here, cats outnumber humans by nearly 6-1. Originally brought in to deal with rodent problems, the cats thrived while the human population declined. Today, the island is a quiet haven where felines rule the land, attracting cat lovers from all over the world who want to experience this living, purring paradise. Fact 62. An island in the Indian Ocean has its own rocking trees. Seychelles, a tropical paradise, is home to the coco de mer, the plant that produces the largest seed in the world, sometimes weighing over 60 pounds. But what makes it truly unique is the tree's strange, almost human-like shape. The seed resembles a woman's hips, while the male flower eerily resembles a phallic shape. Fact 63. There's a place where fire erupts right out of the ground. Yanar Dag, which means burning mountain in Azerbaijan, is a hillside that has been on fire for decades due to a continuous seepage of natural gas from underground. The flames can reach up to 10 feet high and are especially visible at night, dancing along the base of the hill. The area is part of the Absheron Peninsula, known for its fiery landscapes that once inspired Zoroastrian fire worshippers thousands of years ago. Even today, Yanar Dag is a mystical and mesmerizing sight. Fact 64. There's a town in Spain where everyone lives in a cave. In Setenil de las Bodegas, Spain, many homes are built directly into the side of a massive rock overhang. Instead of carving out caves, the builders used the natural rock as the roof, which helps regulate temperature year-round. Some streets appear to be buried beneath boulders, creating the illusion that the town lives under a giant stone wave. It's a fascinating mix of geology and architecture that continues to be inhabited today. Fact 65. There's a country inside another country. Lesotho, a small kingdom in southern Africa, is one of only 3 countries in the world that is completely landlocked by another single country, in this case, South Africa. It's also the only independent country in the world that lies entirely above 1,000 meters, 3,281 feet, in elevation, giving it the nickname Kingdom in the Sky. Lesotho's unique geography means even its lowest point is higher than the highest point in many countries. Fact 66. A city in Canada holds the record for the most snow in a single day. On February 11, 1999, the city of Tatsa Lake, British Columbia, received an incredible 145 centimeters, 57 inches, of snow in just 24 hours. That's nearly 5 feet of snow in a single day. The snowfall was so extreme that roads became impassable and entire buildings were buried. While it's not the snowiest place on Earth year-round, this single event stands as one of the most jaw-dropping weather records in history. Fact 67. There's a lake in India that turns red every summer. Lonar Lake in Maharashtra, India, was formed by a meteor impact over 50,000 years ago. What makes it fascinating is that each summer, its water turns a vivid bubblegum pink or red. Scientists believe this is due to halophilic bacteria and algae that thrive in its highly saline and alkaline environment. The lake is also one of the few hypervelocity impact craters found in basalt rock anywhere on Earth. Fact 68. Finland has a day where everyone is encouraged to fail. October 13th is celebrated in Finland as National Failure Day, a day to embrace mistakes, flops, and setbacks. Started by a group of university students, the idea is to destigmatize failure and promote it as a stepping stone toward success. Even CEOs and celebrities share their personal stories of defeat, creating a culture where people are encouraged to learn from their failures instead of fearing them. Fact 69. A village in India plants trees to celebrate the birth of every girl. In Piplantri, Rajasthan, when a girl is born, villagers plant 111 trees in her honor. It's a beautiful tradition started to improve the environment and change attitudes toward girls in a region where they've historically been undervalued. These trees are nurtured as the girls grow up, symbolizing both environmental and social progress. As a result, Piplantri has become a green and thriving example of how nature and gender equality can go hand in hand. Fact 70. A hidden lava lake has been burning for a century. Mount Nyiragongo, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, is home to one of the few persistent lava lakes in the world. This fiery pool of molten rock has been bubbling for nearly 100 years. It's highly fluid and can flow at terrifying speeds, once reaching over 60 kilometers per hour, 37 miles per hour, during an eruption. Its sheer power and constant activity make it a hotbed for volcanologists and a thrilling but risky sight for adventurous travelers. Fact 71. Iceland has more books published per capita than any other country. Icelanders are obsessed with reading and writing. The country publishes more books per person than anywhere else in the world, and 1 in 10 Icelanders will publish a book in their lifetime. During Jólabókaflóðið, or the Christmas book flood, people exchange books on Christmas Eve and spend the evening reading. It's a national tradition that reflects Iceland's deep cultural appreciation for storytelling and literature. Fact 72. The Philippines has the world's longest underground river navigable by boat. The Puerto Princesa subterranean river, located on the island of Palawan in the Philippines, stretches over 8 kilometers, 5 miles, underground. Tourists can take boat tours through its winding cathedral-like cave system, which includes massive chambers, ancient stalactites, and colonies of bats. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of nature. Fact 73. In Turkey, you can see fairy chimneys in a real-life fantasy landscape. Cappadocia is famous for its fairy chimneys, tall, cone-shaped rock formations formed by volcanic eruptions and erosion over thousands of years. Locals even carved homes, churches, and entire underground cities into them. Today you can float above these surreal formations in a hot air balloon at sunrise, making it one of the most magical experiences on Earth. Fact 74. Chile's Atacama Desert has places where it hasn't rained for centuries. The Atacama Desert is one of the driest places on the planet. Some regions haven't seen measurable rainfall in over 500 years. Despite these harsh conditions, unique life forms like microbial mats and desert-adapted plants still thrive. NASA even tests Martian rovers here because it so closely resembles the surface of Mars. Fact 75. Scotland has more than 400 words for snow. Yes, the Scots really know their snow. From snaw, snow, to skelf, a large flake, there are hundreds of snow-related terms in the Scottish dialect. This linguistic richness is a testament to how culture, climate, and language evolve together, especially in a place known for its long, cold winters. Fact 76. An ancient city lies preserved beneath ash in Italy. We all know about Pompeii, but its lesser-known neighbor Herculaneum offers an even more intimate glimpse into Roman life. Also destroyed by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD, Herculaneum was buried under volcanic mud instead of ash, which preserved wooden furniture, food, scrolls, and entire buildings in stunning detail. It's like a Roman time capsule, frozen in time. Some archaeologists consider it an even richer site than Pompeii for understanding daily life in antiquity. Fact 77. The Pacific Ocean is shrinking, while the Atlantic expands. Due to tectonic plate movement, the Pacific Ocean is slowly getting smaller by about 1 inch (2.5 centimeters) per year. Meanwhile, the Atlantic Ocean is gradually widening. This is because new crust is being formed at the mid-Atlantic ridge, pushing continents apart. Over millions of years, this process could dramatically reshape Earth's geography, proving that our planet's surface is anything but still. Fact 78. The Moon has earthquakes, called moonquakes. The Moon isn't as inactive as it appears. NASA's Apollo missions discovered that moonquakes occur beneath the surface. Some are caused by tidal forces from Earth, while others come from thermal expansion or meteorite impacts. Surprisingly, some of these moonquakes can last up to 10 minutes, far longer than most on Earth. Fact 79. If you stacked all the bacteria in the world, they'd stretch for 10 billion light years. There are approximately 5 million trillion bacteria on Earth, more than the number of stars in the observable universe. Although invisible to the naked eye, if lined up, their combined length could stretch across the entire universe. Bacteria are found everywhere, from deep-sea vents to inside your body, and they play essential roles in ecosystems and human health. Fact 80. A desert in Namibia has trees that are over 1,000 years old. In Dedvlei, located in Namibia's Namib-Naukluft Park, you'll find ancient blackened trees standing against a backdrop of orange dunes and white salt pans. These camel thorn trees died over 900 years ago, but due to the arid climate, they never decayed. They're like sculptures frozen in time, beautifully preserved by the sun and sand. The eerie landscape looks more like another planet than anywhere on Earth. Fact 81. Some animals navigate using the Earth's magnetic field. Certain species like loggerhead turtles, salmon, and even cows are believed to detect and use Earth's magnetic field to orient themselves. This sense is called magnetoreception. Birds, for example, can see magnetic fields as visual patterns that guide their migrations. While the exact mechanism is still under investigation, it's one of nature's coolest superpowers, an invisible GPS system built into living creatures. Fact 82. A single lightning strike can stretch over 700 kilometers. In 2020, the World Meteorological Organization confirmed a record-breaking lightning strike that stretched an incredible 768 kilometers, 477 miles, across the skies of Brazil. That's about the distance from New York City to Cleveland. This mega flash shattered previous records and reminded scientists how much more there is to learn about extreme weather phenomena and atmospheric energy. Fact 83. Earth has a pulse. Literally, geologists have discovered that every 27 million years, Earth seems to go through a cycle of geologic activity, including mass extinctions, volcanic eruptions, and tectonic upheavals. It's like the planet has its own heartbeat ticking through the ages. Though the cause is still being studied, these periodic events seem to align across deep history, showing that even on a planetary level, rhythms exist. Fact 84. The Amazon has a river that boils. Hidden deep in the Peruvian Amazon is Shanay Timpishka, a real-life boiling river where temperatures soar up to 93 degrees Celsius, 200 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to cook animals alive. What's wild, it's nowhere near a volcano. Instead, underground geothermal heat pushes scalding water to the surface. Revered by local tribes and baffling to scientists, this river is a surreal reminder that Earth still holds secrets worthy of legends. Fact 85. There's a hidden underground city in Turkey. The ancient city of Derinkuyu, lies beneath the region of Cappadocia in Turkey. This massive underground complex could house over 20,000 people and includes homes, chapels, stables, and even schools, all carved out of soft volcanic rock. Built thousands of years ago, it's believed to have been used by early Christians to hide from invaders. It reaches depths of more than 60 meters, 200 feet, and has ventilation shafts and water wells, an engineering marvel of ancient times. Fact 86. Canada has the longest coastline in the world. When it comes to coastlines, Canada takes the crown, by a long shot. Stretching over 202,000 kilometers, about 125,000 miles, it has more coastline than every other country combined. Bordered by the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic Oceans, its shores range from rugged cliffs to icy tundras and sandy beaches. If you walked the entire Canadian coastline non-stop, it would take over 30 years. Fact 87. Antarctica is the driest place on Earth. Despite being covered in ice, Antarctica is technically the driest desert on Earth. Some parts of the continent, like the dry valleys, haven't seen rain in nearly 2 million years. The air is so cold it can't hold much moisture, making precipitation extremely rare. This makes it both the coldest and driest desert, a paradoxical icy wasteland. Fact 88. Russia has 11 time zones. Russia is so massive that it spans 11 time zones, from Kaliningrad in the west to Kamchatka in the east. That means when it's breakfast time in Moscow, it might already be dinner in Vladivostok. Although the government has adjusted time zones for simplicity over the years, Russia remains one of the only countries where you can experience nearly half of the world's time zones without ever leaving the country. Fact 89. Venezuela has a lightning storm that never stops. In Venezuela, over the Catatumbo River, lightning flashes across the sky almost every single night, sometimes for 10 hours straight, and up to 260 nights a year. This natural phenomenon is called the Catatumbo lightning, and it can produce as many as 28 lightning strikes per minute. What's even wilder, there's often no thunder. Fact 90. The Great Lakes have their own shipwreck graveyard. The Great Lakes might look calm, but beneath the surface lies a chilling truth. They're home to an estimated 6,000 shipwrecks, many astonishingly well preserved. In Lake Superior, the frigid freshwater acts like a natural refrigerator, keeping wrecks intact for over a century. Fact 91. The Atacama Desert is the best place to see the stars. Nestled in northern Chile, the Atacama Desert is not only the driest place on Earth, some parts haven't seen rain in centuries, but it's also the clearest window into the universe. Thanks to its high altitude, near-zero humidity, and lack of light pollution, the Atacama offers the most dazzling night skies on the planet. It's so perfect for stargazing that it's home to some of the world's most powerful telescopes, like those at the ALMA Observatory. On a clear night, you can see the Milky Way stretch across the sky in full detail, along with planets, comets, and even distant galaxies. Fact 92. There's a blue hole in the ocean that goes deeper than skyscrapers. Off the coast of Belize lies the Great Blue Hole, a massive underwater sinkhole over 300 meters across and 125 meters deep. It's a diving paradise with crystal-clear water, ancient stalactites, and eerie silence. From the air, it looks like the ocean grew a pupil. Fact 93. The world's most secure room is inside a mountain. Deep beneath the Arctic ice in Svalbard, Norway, lies the Global Seed Vault, a fail-safe bunker that stores over 1 million seed varieties in case of global catastrophe. It's designed to withstand nuclear war, climate change, and even asteroid impact. It's the world's ultimate backup plan. Fact 94. There are human footprints, older than the pyramids, on the wrong continent. In White Sands National Park, New Mexico, archaeologists discovered fossilized human footprints dated to around 23,000 years ago, redefining when humans first arrived in North America. These tracks prove people were roaming the continent long before we thought possible. Fact 95. There's an iceberg that's bigger than some countries. In 2021, Iceberg 76 broke off Antarctica and became the largest iceberg in the world, spanning over 4,300 square kilometers. That's bigger than Luxembourg or the island of Majorca. These floating ice giants are tracked by satellites, as they can alter shipping routes and even impact sea life ecosystems. Fact 96. There's a volcano that erupts blue flames at night. Indonesia's Kawah Ijen volcano is famous for its electric blue lava-like fire. But here's the twist. It's not the lava that glows. It's sulfuric gases igniting as they escape the volcano and contact the air. At night, the flames look like liquid sapphire oozing down the mountain, creating a surreal, otherworldly light show that has to be seen to be believed. Fact 97. The Tibetan Plateau is known as Earth's third pole. Towering at an average elevation of over 4,500 meters, 14,800 feet, the Tibetan Plateau is the highest and largest plateau on Earth, so massive it's often called the third pole. Why? Because it holds the largest reserve of freshwater ice outside the Arctic and Antarctic. It feeds Asia's biggest rivers, like the Yangtze, Mekong, and Ganges, and supplies water to over 1.5 billion people. Fact 98. San Marino is the world's oldest existing country, founded in 301 AD. Tucked away within Italy, the tiny Republic of San Marino holds a massive historical record. It's the oldest sovereign state still in existence today, having been founded in the year 301 AD. That's over 1,700 years of continuous independence. Established by a stonemason named Marinus, fleeing Roman persecution, this mountaintop microstate has survived wars, empires, and unification movements while maintaining its independence and original government structure. Fact 99. The world's largest flower can grow over 3 feet wide. Meet Rafflesia arnoldi, the largest individual flower on Earth. Native to the rainforests of Southeast Asia, this floral giant can reach up to 3.3 feet in diameter and weigh over 15 pounds. But beauty comes with a twist. It emits a strong odor of decaying meat to attract carrion flies for pollination. That's why it's also known as the corpse flower. Fact 100. The longest walkable road on Earth stretches over 14,000 miles. If you ever feel like going for a really long walk, consider this. The longest continuous walking route on Earth runs from Cape Town, South Africa, all the way to Magadan, Russia, a mind-boggling distance of 14,334 miles, 23,068 kilometers. This epic journey would take you across 16 countries, countless climates, and terrains ranging from deserts and jungles to frozen tundras. And that brings us to the end of our 1-hour journey through 100 amazing facts about the world. From the highest mountains to the deepest oceans, from mind-blowing science to surprising cultures, we've only scratched the surface of how incredible our planet truly is. If you enjoyed this marathon of curiosity, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the Knowledge Hub, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next big adventure. I'd love to know, which fact was your absolute favorite? Share it in the comments below. And remember, the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered.